Be me, 28-year-old guy. Decent job in marketing. Not a model, but not ugly either. 6'0", average build, can grow a decent beard. Been through a few relationships, nothing too serious. One lasted 2 years, but ended when she moved. Tired of dating apps, but still swiping out of boredom. Delete and re-download Tinder like twice a month. Same profiles every time, just in a different order. Match with this girl. Cute, seems smart based on her profile. Bio mentions fantasy books, hiking, and her PhD in biology. Profile only has 3 pictures, all very tasteful. We start messaging. Conversation flows easily. She's funny, well-read, bit nerdy, but in a good way. Doesn't use emojis, writes in complete sentences. Refreshing after weeks of ha-ha-wide conversations. Suggests meeting up for coffee after a week of texting. She hesitates, takes her almost a day to respond. Finally agrees, but seems nervous. I should warn you I'm a bit awkward in person. Meet at a small cafe downtown. She's 15 minutes early, sitting there looking terrified, literally clutching her coffee mug like it's a life raft. More attractive in person. Long dark hair, nice eyes, dressed well, but conservative. Wearing a blouse that looks ironed. Who irons clothes for coffee? Conversation is awkward at first. She barely makes eye contact. Answers my questions with one-word responses. Spills her coffee when I ask about her job. Apologizes like 5 times for it. Slowly warms up as we talk. Turns out she's a research scientist. Gets animated when talking about her work. Date goes from awkward to actually pretty good. Walk her to her car. She gives me this stiff, formal handshake. Like we just concluded a business meeting. Ask for a second date. She says yes way too quickly. Then looks embarrassed. Catch her smiling to herself as she gets in her car. Second date goes better. Take her to a small art gallery. She's done her research, knows all about the artists. Prepared note cards, catches me noticing them, blushes and quickly puts them away. Still jumps when our hands accidentally touch. Third date even better. Dinner at a nice restaurant. She's Googled the menu beforehand. Practiced pronouncing dishes. Tells me this later, thought it was endearing. After about a month of dating, still haven't kissed. She tenses up whenever I get close, changes subject when things get flirty, starting to wonder if she's just not into me physically, maybe religious. Finally ask her about it one night. Sitting in my car after date number 5. She gets quiet, stares at her hands, fidgets with her purse strap, then drops the bomb. I've never actually had a boyfriend before. What, Joey? Or been on dates with anyone. You're my first. She's 26. Assume she's joking, she's not. Explains she was super focused on school, valedictorian in high school, top of her class in college, then her career, got her PhD at 25, youngest in her program, plus severe social anxiety, panic attacks in large groups, strict parents who discourage dating. Everything starts making sense, the nervousness, the formal handshake, the hesitation. She seems embarrassed, like I'm going to run away. Tell her it's cool, we can take things at her pace. She looks so relieved I thought she might cry. Things progress slowly after that. First kiss happens after another 2 weeks, sitting on my couch watching a movie. She initiates, which surprises me. Super nervous, shaking a little. Pulls back quickly, eyes wide like she shocked herself. She apologizes after for being bad at it. Had to reassure her it was fine. Admits she practiced on her hand. Somehow, both hilarious and adorable. Dating her is like being a teenager again. Everything is a first for her. Holding hands in public, meeting friends, staying over. Each step requires patience and reassurance. First time we hold hands in public. She keeps looking down at our hands, smiling like we're doing something scandalous. First time she stays over, she brings a massive overnight bag, packed for every possible scenario, including a first aid kit and 3 backup outfits. Start noticing weird gaps in her knowledge. Doesn't understand basic relationship stuff. Gets confused about why I text her good morning. Is this something boyfriends are supposed to do? Gets jealous over innocent interactions with female friends. Female coworker hugs me at happy hour. She doesn't speak for the rest of the night. Later admits she thought I was cheating. Thinks relationships work like they do in movies. expects grand gestures and mind reading, disappointed when real life isn't like the movies, takes everything super personally. If I'm quiet, assumes she did something wrong. Once spent an hour analyzing a text because I used a period instead of exclamation mark. Doesn't know how to have a healthy argument, either shuts down completely or goes nuclear, no middle ground. First big fight was about me not introducing her to a friend. I just forgot, no big deal. She didn't speak to me for 2 days, then showed up with an actual written apology. 3 pages, single-spaced. Realize I'm basically teaching Relationships 101. Have to explain why it's okay to disagree sometimes, why I need alone time occasionally, why meeting my parents after 3 months is too soon, why LinkedIn isn't for relationship updates, exhausting sometimes, but also kind of nice in a way. No baggage from exes, no comparing me to past boyfriends. Everything we do together is genuinely new for her. Her excitement is contagious. First time I cook for her, she takes pictures, like I'm a 5-star chef. It was just pasta. Acts like I've performed magic when I fix her sink, just tightened a pipe, called her friend to tell her about it. I overheard, he's so handy, he fixed my plumbing. Celebrates monthly anniversaries with cards and gifts. Handmade cards with embarrassingly sweet messages. Keeps every movie ticket, receipt, random note. Has a box labeled first with my name. Includes receipt from our first coffee date. After 6 months, I realize I'm falling for her. She's already said, I love you, way too early. Blurted it out after I helped her change a tire. Was mortified afterward. Hid her face in her hands for 5 minutes. Refused to look at me the rest of the day. Texted me a scientific paper on attachment. Something about oxytocin and bonding. Find myself becoming protective of her. Worried other guys might take advantage of her inexperience. Friend makes a comment about her naivety. Dude, you could tell her anything and she'd believe it. Almost got into a fight defending her. Sometimes catch myself being condescending, explaining things she already knows, treating her like she's fragile. Have to check myself. She may be inexperienced, but she's not a child. Smart, successful woman who just missed dating. Has a PhD for God's sake. Definitely not stupid. Just relationship illiterate. She notices when I'm doing it too. I haven't dated before, but I'm still an adult. Fair enough. 8 months in, we hit a rough patch. She gets offered a research position in another state. Prestigious lab. Career-making opportunity. 2-year commitment. Has a meltdown trying to decide. Never had to consider someone else in her decisions before. Spends a week making pro-con lists. We talk about long distance. She's skeptical, it would work. Long-distance relationships have poor statistical odds. Actual quote. Show her statistics, success stories, make a plan, set schedules. She takes the job, help her move, set up her new apartment. First month apart is rough. She calls crying almost daily, convinced I'm going to find someone else. Slowly adjusts, finds her confidence, starts making friends in her lab. Video calls become the highlight of my day. She's more animated, telling stories about her research, sends me little care packages, books she thinks I'd like, coffee from local shops. Our 1-year anniversary approaches, planning something special, fly out to surprise her. She cries when she sees me at her door. Good tears this time. She's become more confident, less anxious. Learned how to navigate relationship stuff. Watching her grow has been amazing. Still gets excited about small things. Still takes pictures of everything we do together. Still says, this is the first time I've ever, regularly. But now she says it with confidence, not embarrassment. Shows me around her city with pride. Introduces me to her new friends without anxiety. Realize that while I've been teaching her about relationships, she's been teaching me how to appreciate things, how to see joy in the ordinary, how to be present and excited about life. She makes me see the world with fresh eyes, thinking about proposing next year when her position ends. Never expected to find this with someone so inexperienced. Turns out sometimes the people who haven't been jaded by dating are exactly the ones worth dating. Might have found a keeper.